The crystal ball revealed the exact location of the object in question. It had rolled beneath a wardrobe. The next day, there was a line outside the front door of the house. There were coachmen, storekeepers, and milkmen. Later, a few municipal employees and distinguished ladies made a discreet appearance, slinking along the side walls of the house to keep from being recognised. The customers were received by Nana, who ushered them into the waiting room and collected their fees. This task kept her busy throughout the day and demanded so much of her time that the family began to complain that all there ever was for dinner was old string beans and jellied quince. Marcos decorated the carriage house with some frayed curtains that had once belonged in the drawing room, but that neglect and age had turned to dusty rags. There he and Clara received the customers. The two divines wore tunics, the colour of the men of light, as Marcos called the colour yellow. Nana had dyed them with saffron powder, boiling them in pots, usually reserved for rice and pasta. In addition to his tunic, Marcos wore a turban around his head and an Egyptian amulet around his neck. He had grown a beard and let his hair grow long, and he was thinner than ever before. Marcos and Clara were utterly convincing, especially because the child had no need to look into the crystal ball to guess what her clients wanted to hear. She would whisper in her Uncle Marcos's ear, and he in turn would transmit the message to the client, along with any improvisations of his own that he thought pertinent. Thus their fame spread, because all those who arrived sad and bedraggled at the consulting room left filled with hope. Unacquainted lovers were told how to win over indifferent hearts, and the poor left with foolproof tips on how to place their money at the dog track. Business grew so prosperous that the waiting room was always packed with people, and Nana began to suffer dizzy spells from being on her feet for so many hours a day.